Okay, let's get started. There's so many cards. All right, let's go. Card number 1, Rhino, motivational speaker. 6 cost, uninkable 4/7, dual ink, so amber steel. Destiny calling, your other characters get +2 willpower. And quest for 2. He's super cute, his little hamster ball, and his flavor text is, don't forget you are awesome. You can handle anything. Now channel your inner awesomeness and clear this trap. So because of the little line underneath Destiny Calling is like a pen shape, that means they wrote it specifically for Lorcana. It's not like from the whatever story. Next, we have Perdita, playful mother. So 4 cost inkable card, 1/4, storyborn hero. She is Amber Sapphire. Go Cal, go Bears. And she has 2 abilities. So one is Who's Next. Whenever this character quests, you pay 2 ink less for the next puppy character you play this turn. So if you are playing a Dalmatian puppy, you are playing a Dalmatian puppy for free. So that means she can bring on her puppies for free, unlike the American healthcare system where you have to pay to have your own baby and to hold your own baby. It's ridiculous. And then her second ability is Don't Be Afraid. Your puppy characters gain ward. That's kind of cool. And then she quests for 2. Only problem is she's a 1/4, so she can get human Sisu'd, she can get brawled, she can get big Sisu'd. She can't get Let the Storm Rage on, but she could get Zeused. So interesting. Next, we have King Stefan. So 5 cost inkable card, 4/7 vanilla, quest for 1, and his flavor text says, every parent struggles with getting their baby to sleep. Kings are no different. And obviously his baby is, I think, Princess Aurora. And if you watch Maleficent, he's pretty evil in the Angelina Jolie version. Next card is Bolt. So this is one that I think one of the first ones that they told us about. So 5 cost inkable card, 3/5 amber. He is Floodborn, so shifts on 3, and he has 2 abilities, Mark of Power. Whenever you ready this character, gain 1 lore for each other undamaged character you have in play. And then he has Bolt Stare. So exert, banish chosen illusion character in quest for 2. Illusion character, and I think it's vanish is the mechanic, are new for this set. Next card we have is Roger Radcliffe. Interesting, same last name as Daniel Radcliffe, the actor who played Harry Potter. Anyways, 1 cost inkable card, 1/2, has the ability There You Go. Whenever this character quests, you may remove up to 1 damage from each of your puppy characters. And you can see him, I think that is Rolly in his hand because that doggy looks chubby, and Rolly is the chubby one who's always hungry, and he's cleaning him off. And his flavor text is, the best part of completing the obstacle course was finding their human at the end. What obstacle course are these Dalmatians doing? Are they agility Dalmatians now? I don't know. Anyways, next we have Trusty, 2 cost inkable card, loyal bloodhound, 2/2, has support in quest for 1, and his flavor text is, as my grandpappy old reliable used to say, save your energy for when it matters. And it seems like a lot of these flavor texts now are written like specifically for Lorcana. They're not pre-existing ones, at least for these first 6 cards. Next we have Peg, natural performer. She is Amber Emerald, 2/4, cost 3, but is inkable and quest for 1. Her ability is captive audience. You can exert her, and if you have 3 or more characters in play, draw a card. So definitely would have to be in like a more aggressive deck where you play a bunch of characters, probably a bunch of puppies. And her flavor text says, she was born to be a star no matter where she performed. And then in a lot of these cards for this set, they have this like blue see-through scroll thing in the background. So I'm interested in terms of the Lorcana lore as to what the heck that is. Next, we have Susie, 4 cost inkable card. She is one of Cinderella's mice, and she is a master seamstress. 3/4 vanilla, quest for 2, and her flavor text says, the devoted mice were excited to surprise Cinderella with a new dress. Smiling, Arcasia gave them a spool of magic thread. This will make it perfect, she said. Interesting. So Arcasia is the giant owl, I want to say like temple that is in Arcasia's island. It's like the giant magical owl person, owl. So they gave her magic thread, Maybe that blue thing, scrolly thing is fabric? I don't know. We'll see as we go through the flavor text of all these cards. As I've said in my podcast before, I haven't looked at most of these cards, so these things are all brand new to me. Okay, we have Mittens, Sassy Street Cat. 5 cost uninkable card and is 4/5, quest for 2, has bodyguard, and has the ability no thanks necessary. Once during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, your other characters with bodyguard get +1 lore this turn. So I feel like this could surprise people. Because you're like, oh, this bodyguard only quests for 1. Like, say they had a blue on board, and you're like, oh, I could either get rid of the blue, but they would get 2 lore, or I could just let the blue quest, and it would only get 1 lore. And then they play this, and then all of a sudden the blue quests for 2, and you're like, oh, that throws off my math. So interesting. But also, I don't know. I haven't seen very many decks with bodyguards. Maybe just that Amber Steel one I saw, the like aggressive Amber Steel with bodyguards that I played against this set 6. But other than that, not too many decks with bodyguards except for aggro because of the Donald Duck and the Baloo. So interesting to see if people can make new cool stuff with bodyguards. Okay, this is card number 10. 7 cost inkable card, Tramp Street Smart Dog in Amber Emerald. Is a 2/6 and quest for 2 and has 2 abilities. Everybody has so many abilities this set. One ability is Now It's a Party. For each character you have in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this character. And the second ability is House Pickins. When you play this character, you may draw a card for each other character you have in play, then choose and discard that many cards. So you can kind of shuffle through your deck to find the card that you are looking for. I do like the Tramp because he looks like my dog. We have a miniature Schnauzer. He doesn't, I guess his ears are he has the floppy ears. They're not like the ones that are cropped and stick up. I don't think the Tramp is he's a mutt, but he looks very terrier. Yeah, so I like him because he looks like my dog. Card number 11, the Troubadour, musical narrator, 2 cost inkable card. He kind of reminds me of Franklin the Turtle. They look very similar. He is a 1/3 and quest for 1. He's a singer 4 and he has resist +1. So currently our singer 4 that most people use is Ursula, and she's a 1/4. So you would think that as a 1/3, he's like not as good, but he has resist 1, which I would argue is better than the 1/4, because then he can attack things that are like 1/1 for free, essentially. Okay, we have Wendy Darling, Pirate Queen, 7 cost inkable card, 5/7, quests for 2, and she's a hero, she's a queen, she's a pirate, she's a captain, she's so many things. She's unfortunately not Floodborn, so she's not a shift. Otherwise, this would be crazy. She is evasive, and her ability is Tell No Tales. Whenever one of your other characters is banished, you may remove all damage from chosen character. Yeah, interesting. A red. I feel like the only red Amber Ruby decks that I've seen mostly have been Mufasa decks. But she can get rid of Maui Shard because she's evasive and strength of 5. And we haven't really seen any abilities that play off of Dreamborn yet, but we have seen tons that play off of Hero, Queen, Pirate, and Captain. Next, we have Mirabelle Madrigal, Hopeful Dreamer, 3 cost inkable card, 1/3, quest for 1. She is evasive. I think that is her Amethyst side coming out. And then she's a Singer 5, which is her. So it's interesting. I think it's cool how they combine the abilities. And her flavor text is, my family's amazing and I'm in my family, so... It's interesting that they put the little book thing, because that means it comes from like the original movie. But in the movie, she says that as part of the song Family Madrigal. So you would think it would be like the treble clef one. And then she also has this mysterious scroll thing, but hers is not opaque. It's like actual papery, and it looks like there's like floating blue letters on it. So yeah, interesting. Next we have Aurora, Waking Beauty, 3 cost inkable card, 1/4, quest for 2. She is a Singer 5, and her ability is Sweet Dreams. Whenever you remove 1 or more damage from a character, ready this character. She can't quest or challenge for the rest of this turn. So I think you could combo her with Rapunzel. Essentially, she could either quest. She could probably quest and then you heal something with Rapunzel, maybe her, and then she can sing after that because you've readied her. So she can't quest or challenge, but she could sing. Yeah, and she quests for more than Ariel, and she has more willpower than Ariel. She just doesn't look for a song. So I think would be interesting in in Amber Steel deck probably, or just as a singer, but I feel like Amber Steel is usually the singer deck. Next we have 4-cost Inkable Cinderella, the right one, 2/4, quest for 2. Her ability is if the slipper fits. Oh wait, did this one have flavor text? No, okay. If the slipper fits. When you play this character, you may put an item card named the glass slipper from your discard on the bottom of your deck to gain 3 lore. And her flavor text says, but you see, I have the other slipper. So referring to the part where they're looking for the girl with the glass slipper, and then I think Duke has it, and then Lady Tremaine trips him, and then the slipper shatters, and he's like, oh no, how are we ever going to find the girl? And she's like, don't worry, I got the other shoe, because it's my shoe. Yeah, and the glass slipper is a card we will talk about later, but you can only have 2 in your deck, whereas all the other cards you can have 4. Next, we have Mariano Guzman, Handsome Suitor, 3-cost Inkable card, 3/4, and quest for 1. His ability is I See You. While you have a character named Dolores Madrigal in play, this character gets +1 lore. And the flavor text is the puzzles of the heart are trickier than anything Arcasia could come up with. So in the movie, he is engaged, or going to be engaged to Isabella, but Dolores is the one who actually loves him. Isabella feels like she's just marrying him out of duty to the family. And I don't know what his hand is on. It looks magical. And there's also like little insignias in the little circles. It looks like there's like a rabbit maybe and a snake. I'm not sure what the other ones are, but interesting. I wonder if they eventually would make like a Lorcana movie just for the lore of Lorcana. I feel like that would be interesting. Okay, next we have Candlehead, dedicated racer, 2-cost Inkable card, 2/2, quest for 1. Her ability is Winning Isn't Everything. When this character is banished, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Next, we have Bold, Dependable Friend, 4-cost Inkable card, 2/4, quest for 2, has support. And his flavor text is Superdog versus Superlog. This is awesome. And then next, we have Pascal, another dual ink card in Amber Amethyst. 4-cost uninkable card, quest for 3, which is a whole heck of a lot, and is a 3/3 and evasive. So I think maybe a little bit difficult to get rid of, because you can't do Let the Storm Rage On, because that's only 2 damage. You'd have to do Strength if you were playing Steel as your removal. If you were playing Red removal, you would need like an Ice Block and then Brawl, or a Medusa, which is not until 6 ink, or a Tremaine. So yeah, a little hard to deal with, this Pascal. And he's evasive, so unless you have something that's evasive and can attack him, a little difficult. And his flavor text is, once Pascal got into Arcasia's flower beds, there was no getting him out. Next we have King Candy, Royal Racer, 4-cost uninkable card in Amber Ruby, 2/2, quest for 2. So normally if you're a 2/2 quest for 2, you would be like a 2-cost inkable card, but because of his ability, he costs more. And his ability is Sweet Revenge. Whenever one of your racer characters is banished, each opponent chooses and banishes one of their characters. So kind of like Prince Eric, maybe, sort of, or Glimmer v Glimmer, where one of your characters gets taken out and so does one of theirs. But I think this is like, unlike Prince Eric, where it's only if he gets banished, this is like even if somebody else gets banished, as long as it's a racer. So you definitely have to play it in a racer deck. And because it's Amber Ruby, I would assume it's like a Sugar Rush Speedway start line, finish line type deck. And his flavor text is, get off of my track. Next, we have Penny, who is Bolt's person. Oh, so sweet. 2-cost inkable card, 1/2, quest for 2, has the ability Enduring Loyalty. When you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character, and they gain resist 1 until the start of your next turn. So the resist coming from the steel part, and the healing coming from the amber part. I have not seen Bolt. I remember when it came out, because I remember seeing like buses with pictures of Bolt on the side, but I have not seen that movie. I have no idea what it's about. I'm gonna have to add it to my list of things to see. All right, now we have 5-cost inkable card, Fix It Felix Jr., pint-sized hero, Amber Ruby, 4/4, quest for 2. His ability is Let's Get to Work. Whenever you return a racer character card from your discard to your hand, you may ready chosen racer character. They can't quest for the rest of this turn. And his flavor text is, a trap is just a puzzle that's not very friendly. So definitely have to play it with, I would assume, amber cards that can return that can return character cards to your hand from your discard. Maybe something like Pradeep would work. Okay, next we have Thunderbolt. 5-cost Inkable card, Wonder Dog, 3/7, quest for 2, Floodborn. He has Puppy Shift, so you can shift him on top of any of your puppy characters. So this is new. And he also says, but the Puppy Shift is new. Next we have the Prince, Vigilant Suitor, 0/5, 2-cost Uninkable card, and quest for 1, and has Bodyguard. I would say in general, I do not like the cards that have 0 attack, because I feel like then people are going to attack me for free, and it's not a good trade. Not a good trade at all. All right, we have Isabella Madrigal in the moment. 5-cost Uninkable card, 3/3, quest for 4, which is like the second most you can quest for besides that Mirabelle that can quest for 5. And her ability is I'm Tired of Perfect. Whenever one of your characters sings a song, this character can't be challenged until the start of your next turn, which is kind of cool because then she can't be challenged, but she's also only a 3/3, so I feel like by the time you can play her, it would be pretty easy to deal with her, either with red or with steel. And her flavor text is also a song lyric, so maybe they're just not using the treble clef thingy anymore and they're just using the book. So it's from her song, What Else Can I Do? And it says, let me try to think if I can see it. I just made something unexpected, something sharp, something new. Well, that was really off key, but it's the very beginning of her song, so I don't know why they're not using that anymore. Anyways, next is Calhoun, who is Amber Ruby, 6-cost Inkable card, 5/5, quest for 2. She does shift on 4. However, unless they've released a Calhoun card in this set that I haven't seen yet, the only other Calhoun that we have so far is the Steel Calhoun, so you would not be able to play this. You wouldn't be able to shift this on her. And her ability is back to start positions. Whenever this character challenges another character, you may return a race or character card from your discard to your hand. Ooh, so this would combo well with that Fix-It Felix. Next, we have Wreck-It Ralph. 6-cost Inkable card, 3/8. So a body similar to, immediately what comes to mind is Ariel, Sonic Warrior. He quests for 1, and his ability is Outflank. During your turn, whenever one of your other characters is banished, this character gets +1 lore this turn. So if multiple characters are banished, this guy can quest for a whole heck of a lot. And his flavor text is, I got that medal in the bag. Next, we have Lady. This is another card that was released pretty early. 5-cost Uninkable card, 4/4 in Amber Emerald. Floodborn Hero, quest for 2. She shifts on 3. And her ability is Something Wonderful. When you play this character, you may return up to 2 character cards with cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand. So I think an aggressive yellow-green deck is where she would be. 6-cost Uninkable card, Pongo, Dear Old Dad. Storyborn Hero, 5/5, quest for 2. And his ability is Found You, You Little Rascal. At the start of your turn, look at the cards in your inkwell. You may play a puppy character from there for free. This is interesting. So I think this is the first mechanic we have where you can look at the cards in your inkwell. Because we do have Mufasa from set 5 where you can take cards out of your inkwell and then play those, but you don't get a look. Those are random. But here you get to look and pick. So definitely in a puppy deck. Kanai, Protective Brother, 4-cost Inkable card, 2/4, quest for 1. His ability is He Needs Me. At the end of your turn, if this character is exerted, you may ready another chosen character of yours and remove all damage from them. So kind of like Sven, except that you also get to heal, which is so cute. The little bear is so adorable. Okay, next we have Minnie Mouse, Storyteller. See this scroll? You know, if you look at it very quickly, it kind of looks like it's Louis Vuitton branded because of the stars. That's what I thought of. Okay, 2-cost Uninkable card, 1/2. She has 2 abilities. One is Gather Around. Whenever you play a character, this character gets +1 lore this turn. And then just one more. Whenever this character quests, choosing opposing character loses strength equal to this character's lore until the start of your next turn. So that's kind of cool. If you are able to, like She's Dry, and you just play a bunch of little characters, you can use her to quest and then kind of reduce the strength of your opponent's character so they can't even get rid of her. You could make them basically unable to attack because their strength is like 0 or something. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should try to make a Amber Emerald aggro deck. Anyways, Next card, Perla, Nimble Seamstress. 3 cost, inkable card, 3/2, Storyborn ally, quest for 1, has evasive and support. And I wonder if she's sewing with that magical thread that they got from Arcasia. Next we have Snow White. The art on this looks very like old school oil painting. 4 cost, inkable card, 2/2, quest for 2, and has the ability Hidden Away. This character can't be challenged. And her flavor text is, a true heart can thwart many an evil scheme. And interesting, so she's got the bunny, right, the turtle, right? And then the stag, the owl, and the woodpecker are not real because they have blue eyes and those blue chest diamond thingies. So they're maybe robots? I don't know. Interesting. The art is always so interesting because you're like, what the heck is that? Okay, next we have Coda, smallish bear. Look at him with his, I would guess, rainbow trout. 3 cost, inkable card, 2/2, and quest for 3. So aggressive. Next we have Mirabelle, musically talented. 6 cost, inkable card, 2/6, quest for 2. She's shift 4. Her ability, her own special gift. Whenever this character quests, you may return a song card with cost 3 or less from your discard to your hand. So kind of like, I was going to say kind of like Ariel, but from the discard, but not really. Next, we have Calhoun. Okay, so this would be a shift target for that, a yellow-red Calhoun, although still 3 costs, so kind of expensive. So 3 cost, inkable card, 2/4, quest for 1, has the ability Tactical Advantage. When you play this character, you may choose and discard a card to give chosen opposing character -3 until the start of your next turn. So, I mean, you have to discard a card, which puts you at like a card disadvantage. I don't know if that's worth it, but who knows. You can only tell based on the build of the deck. And her flavor text says, preparation and luck. You can only rely on 1 to win a fight. What? That doesn't even make sense. You should prepare, and also luck favors the prepared, as per Edna Mode. Come on, Calhoun. Anyways, next we have Peppa Madrigal. 3 cost, inkable card, 2/4, quest for 1. Her ability is Clear Skies, Clear Skies. Whenever one or more of your characters sings a song, gain 1 lore. So a little like free lore gain in Amber. And her flavor text is, Arcasia's calming presence help Peppa dispel her dark mood. And you can see like the Arcasia castle in the background. Interesting. Okay, next we're into the songs now. So much to give. 2 cost, inkable card. I'm assuming this is from Bolt because Bolt is in the picture. Oh, and then Penny's in the clouds with Bolt. Oh my gosh, it's so cute because the clouds is Penny and Bolt together. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. Okay, the ability is draw a card. Chosen character gains bodyguard until the start of your next turn. I mean, the card and the art is so cute, but the ability is like, whatever. Next, we have Restoring the Heart. So 1 cost, inkable card, action in Amber Sapphire, and it is the Heart of Te Fiti. Remove up to 3 damage from chosen character or location and draw a card. So basically pay an ink and draw a card. This is like a popsicle kind of, but you also get to heal because of the amber part. And the flavor text is, the moment her heart was returned, greenery burst to life and restored Te Fiti to her rightful form. Next, we have the Family Madrigal, which is a song, 5 cost, inkable card in Amber Amethyst. It says, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 1 Madrigal character card and up to 1 song card and put them in your hand. Put the rest on the top of your deck in any order. So you get to take a song and a character. I mean, if you take Alma as your character, you can just play her and then look for the other character that you want. Okay, next we have Amber Coil. So this set, they also released coils for all of the ink colors. So this is the first one. Amber Coil, 1 cost, inkable card item. Healing Aura. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. So I think this is going to make all those other healing cards, items, kind of irrelevant, although I feel like they were not really used. Like Healing Glow, Magic Golden Flower, those kind of things. I feel like this is so much better. And the flavor text is, Martin smiled as the coil snapped into place and he felt a surge of healing energy. So Martin is one of the Illumineers that are in the trailer. So there's 3 of them. It's Martin Shenzei, and I forgot the other one's name. I'm sure they're going to talk about it in one of the other flavor texts, so we'll get there. And then we have Spaghetti Dinner, 2 cost, uninkable card item. Fine Dining. So you have to exert the item and also pay 1 ink. If you have 2 or more characters in play, gain 1 Ooh, maybe I really will make this amber, some type of amber gain lots of lore deck, aggro deck. And the flavor text is, hey Tony's, of course, the very place for a very special occasion, said by the tramp. And then we have K9 Crunchies, 1 cost inkable card item. Ability is you can be a champion too. Your puppy characters get +1 willpower. And the flavor text is happy dogs are those who eat nutritious K9 Crunchies. My dog does not eat any type of crunchy snack. He doesn't like them. He is a picky, spoiled dog and likes like jerky and stuff and freeze-dried liver, but doesn't like the cracker stuff. We bought him like a whole advent calendar one year, and a lot of them are like these crunchy type snacks. He's not a fan. All right, Glass Slipper. So 2 cost uninkable card. It is an item and has perfect pair. You may only have 2 copies of the Glass Slipper in your deck, obviously, because you only have 2 feet. Makes sense. Search the kingdom, banish this item, exert one of your prince characters, search your deck for a princess character card and reveal it to all players. Put that card into your hand and shuffle your deck. So you definitely have to play this in like a prince-princess deck. Maybe prince-princess queen, maybe. All right. Next, we are on to Amethyst cards. We have Cusco, Temporary Whale. 5 cost, uninkable card, 1/4, quests for 2, and has the ability, don't you say a word, which he does say in the movie when he turns into the whale. And then you can see the little cat Yzma right up above his tail here. And the ability is, once during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may return chosen character, item, or location with cost 2 or less to their player's hand. Then that player draws a card. Next, we have Tanana, Tribal Elder, 4 cost, inkable card, 4/4, quest for 1. Vanilla card, one of the few vanilla cards this set, I feel like. And her flavor text is, this is a place of wonder and learning. Pay attention to the owl and see what she can teach you. What can she teach us? All right, now we have Treasure Guardian. I love the art on this because the sand is making pictures. So you see Abu here, you have Raja, you have the flying carpet, and then Iago. So Treasure Guardian, Foreboding Sentry, 3/3, quest for 2, 4 cost, inkable card, has the ability Untold Treasure. When you play this character, if you have an illusion character in play, you may draw a card. And the flavor text is, at last, after all my years of searching, said by Jeff. Next, we have Honey Marin guide. I think she's from Frozen 2, which I have not seen, so I don't know how to pronounce that word, but I'm guessing Northuldra. 2 cost inkable card, 2/2 quest for 1, has the ability Tale of the Fifth Spirit, which I guess is Elsa, the 5 cost card, the Fifth Spirit. When you play this character, if an opponent has an exerted character in play, gain 1 lore. And her flavor text is, it's said to be a bridge between us and the magic of nature. Next we have Iago, Giant Spectral Parrot. He looks humongous, like Godzilla-sized. 4 cost, inkable card, 4/6, so pretty big booty. And quest for 1, and has the ability Evasive, and also Vanish. So when an opponent chooses this character for an action, banish them. So this makes it, this is why he can be so strong, both in strength and willpower, is because if he gets like even a Let the Storm Rage on, even though that's technically not enough to overcome his willpower because he's a banished character, he gets banished. And it looks like he is storming Arcasia. So it seems like Arcasia is maybe good, or at least where the good people are, because Iago's with Jafar, and Jafar is the baddie for set 8, and he's attacking Arcasia, so at least we know the owl is good, if not creepy. Now, next we have Chernobog, Creature of the Night. 5 cost, uninkable card, 2/6, quest for 1. Has the ability Midnight Revel. When you play this character, each opponent chooses and exerts one of their ready characters. They can't ready at the start of their next turn. So a little bit like Elsa's ability. I look at this and I just see the Gargoyles, that like animated TV show. I don't remember the names of the gargoyles, but it was like all gargoyles. And they would come to life. Yeah, okay. Next we have 4 cost, inkable card, Jafar, Newly Crowned. 2/4, quest for 2. And this is like the art for set 8. So it's like, hint, this is what's coming. His ability is, this is not done yet. During an opponent's turn, whenever one of your illusion characters is banished, you may return that card to your hand. And his flavor text says, now that the Hexwell crown is finally mine, no force in Lorcana can stand against me. Oh, kind of scary. And he does have the Hexwell crown on his head, and it is fixed. It looks fully intact. That would be cool merch to wear, is the Hexwell crown. Maybe I should start thinking about crafting that. That's pretty cool. Next, we have Hades, Fast Talker, 6 cost, uninkable card, 4/6, quest for 2. His ability is for just a little pain, which in the context of Hades, does he mean like pain, like ouch pain, or does he mean pain like Pain and Panic, his little minions? When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours to banish chosen character with cost 3 or less. So a whole lot of words. And his flavor text is, you got a whole lot of gain. And I just realized his little vials of poison, which is what he uses to make Hercules not a god, look kind of similar to Yzma's little vials that turn Kuzco into a llama. Like the shape is a little different, but it's all hot pink liquid. And then the background here is Arcasia. She's everywhere. Okay, next we have Madame Medusa, 4 cost inkable card, 3/4 in Ruby Amethyst, Diamond Lover. Who's not a diamond lover? I am also a diamond lover. Not really. Anyways, search the swamp. Whenever this character quests, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours to put the top 3 cards of the chosen player's deck into their discard. Oh, I feel like all these abilities have like so many parts. Yeah. And she's pointing to some sort of well. Wonder what that is. Next, we have Taka, Elemental Terror. 10 cost inkable card. So big ol', probably one of the most expensive characters. She's a 12/12, so humongous. Quest for 3. Shifts for 7, but I think all her shift targets are like cost at the cheapest, so it's not like you can shift her super early or anything. And her ability is Ancient Rage. During your turn, whenever an opposing character is exerted, banish them. So I think you would have to combo her with things that exert other characters, so like Elsa or that Jafar we just looked at, or maybe Anna. There's some Annas that do it too. So you have her, and then on board, or you play her. Although if you play her, you probably don't have the ink to play the other stuff, but you have her on board, and then the next turn you play like a big Elsa, and you exert them, and then they just go away. They get banished. That's kind of cool. Next, we have this 2 cost Elsa. Trusted Sister, 2/2, quest for 1. Her ability is, what do we do now? Whenever this character quests, if you have a character named Anna in play, gain 1 lore. And her flavor text is, fear is what can't be trusted. Next, we have Madame Mim, Cheating Spellcaster, 6 cost inkable card, 4/5, quest for 2. Her ability is Play Rough. Whenever this character quests, exert chosen opposing character. So you could combo her with Taka. And her flavor text is, she only wants rules so she can break them. Set by Archimedes. Pretty funny. I like her. Next, we have Giant Cobra, dual ink card in Amethyst Steel, 3 cost inkable, 4/4, quest for 1. At first, I thought this was Jafar, and I was like, there's already a Jafar snake card, because there's Jafar Dreadnought, which is like Jafar as a giant cobra, but this is actually just something that Jafar conjures, so not a Jafar card. It has the ability Vanish. When opponent chooses this character for an action, banish them. Also has Mysterious Advantage. When you play this character, you may choose and discard a card to gain 2 lore. So I think pretty good in an Amethyst Steel deck, because both of those colors can draw cards. And so even though you're discarding a card, it's probably no big deal. Next, we have Taka, 6 cost inkable card in. This is the first Amethyst Taka. The other ones we have are in Ruby and Steel. She is a 5/6, quest for 2, but has Challenger +2. And her flavor text is, you want to get to Te Fiti? You have to go through a whole ocean of bad, not to mention Taka, said by Maui. And he's like, you ever beat a lava monster? And Moana's just like, no, have you? And he's just like, Anyways, next we have Yzma, the cutest little kitten, transform kitten. 2 cost inkable card to 1, quest for 1, and her ability is I win. When this character is banished, if you have more cards in your hand than each opponent, you may return this card to your hand. And I love this kitty cat. And her ability is, yes, I've already finished this course. I'm still going to bounce a few more times. So it seems like she might be in the same obstacle course that the Dalmatian puppies are in. Next, we have Bucky. 3 cost inkable card, 3/2, quest for 1. And his ability is Pop. When this character is banished in a challenge, you may draw a card. So I think I'm referring to, in the movie, Bucky offers Kuzco, I think, like a balloon animal that he made. and then Cusco or an acorn, and then Cusco's like, oh, for me, and then he throws it back. It was the acorn. He throws it back at Bucky, and it's like, get lost, basically. And then I think the next time Bucky sees him, he makes the balloon animal, and then he pops it while Cusco is in the midst of like a whole den of jaguars. And here he is popping a balloon and releasing all of these acorns on top of Cusco and Pacha. And his flavor text is, oh, hang on, I love this bit. He pops the balloon and all those acorns go flying out. Gets me every time. Said by Kronk. Next we have Pain. 1 cost inkable card, 1/3, quest for 1, vanilla card. This is Pain of Pain and Panic. And his flavor text is, wasn't there something the boss wanted us to take care of? Was it testing these arrows? And I love the trope of like incompetent minions. They're so funny. Next we have Raja, Ghostly Tiger. To me, this looks like Raja glitterified. Yeah. 3/3, quest for 1 is only 2 ink and inkable, and his ability is Vanish. And the flavor text is, he may be spectral, but the danger is very real. And then we have Kronk Laid Back, 5 cost uninkable card. Quest for 2 has Ward and is in Amethyst Emerald. And his ability is, I'm loving this. If an effect would cause you to discard 1 or more of your cards, you don't discard, which would be very good playing against a green deck that wants to make you discard. However, I think if you're playing against like Green Steel, they've probably already discarded your hand by the time you can play this. And if you're playing against, maybe it'd be helpful if you're playing against like Emerald Sapphire, because they can't bend to your will until 7, but they also might have ramped, so they might have already been able to play. So I don't know actually how useful this is. And this faucet seems interesting that he is under. And like, I realize he has an umbrella, but it seems like he's about to get very wet. Next we have Mother Gothel, and the art on this is a scary. It looks like she's part of some like 3D comic. 3 cost inkable card, 1/4 in Ruby Amethyst, quest for 1, and her ability is, now you've upset me. Whenever one of your character challenges, you may move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. Yeah, she looks scary. Then we have Sven, 5 cost inkable card in Sapphire Amethyst or Blurple. 2/6, quest for 1. He has Rush, so you can challenge the turn he's played. He also has Formidable Glare. When you play this character, chosen character gets -3 this turn. And then we have Diablo, 2 cost inkable card, 1/2, has Evasive, has Challenger +2, and quest for 1. So he could take out the 3 cost Diablo Devoted Herald because of that Challenger +1. Next we have Merlin in Blurple, 1 cost inkable card, 0/1, quest for 1. His ability is, whenever this character quests, name a card, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's the name card, put it in your inkwall face down and exert it. Otherwise, put it on the top of your deck. So I suppose he lets you see the top card of your deck if you didn't name it correctly. Yeah, I don't know what kind of deck you would put him in. Maybe a broom deck, because then you flip it over to be Magic Broom. I don't know. Next we have Yzma in Emerald Amethyst, 7 cost inkable card, 3/8, quest for 2. She shifts on 5 and is Evasive, and her ability is Back to Work. Whenever another character is banished in a challenge, return that card to its player's hand. Then that player discards a card at random. Interesting. Next we have Elsa Ice Maker, 3 cost uninkable card, 5/5, quest for 2, shifts on 4. Winter Wall is her ability. Whenever this character quests, you may exert chosen character. If you do and you have a character name on it in play, the chosen character can't ready at the start of their next turn. It's definitely in a Frozen themed deck. And then we have Kanai Magical Bear, 3 cost inkable card, 1/4, quest for 1, has Challenger +2, and his ability is Wisdom of His Story. During your turn, when this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand and gain 1 lore. So I think this would probably be a very good card in Limited. 1, because he has the Challenger, and also he keeps coming back to your hand, and I feel like in Limited, you always want cards that give you more cards to play. Next, we have Cusco Panicked Llama. Because he is not touching anything, right? He is free falling, and he's got hooves, so I don't know how good that is for catching. I don't know what he's on, like this trapeze thing. 4 cost uninkable card, 2/2, quest for 2, has Evasive, and has We Can Figure This Out. At the start of your turn, choose 1. Either each player draws a card, or each player chooses and discards a card. So the drawing a card would be like a purple ability, and the discarding would be an emerald ability. And then we have Anna, Icebreaker. 4-cost inkable card. It looks like they're all battling these like golden robot things. Interesting. 2/3, quest for 2. She has support, and she also has Winter Ambush. When you play this character, chosen opposing character can't ready at the start of their next turn. And then we have Donald Duck, Flustered Sorcerer. 7-cost uninkable card. 5/6, quest for 3. Has this ability, Obfuscate. I don't know, English is hard. But opponents need 25 lore to win the game. So kind of changing the goals here. This is new. This is the first character to do this. And his abilities, when it comes to magic spells, proper pronunciation is key, which is, I guess, great. I can't do this spell because I don't know how to pronounce that word. Next, we have the Queen, 4-cost inkable card for 3. Quest for 1, Jealous Beauty, no ordinary apple. Exert. Choose 3 cards from chosen opponents, discard, and put them on the bottom of their deck to gain 3 lore. If any princess cards remove this way, gain 4 lore instead. So I think the max is still 4 lore. Doesn't matter if you choose multiple princess cards. But more ways to get lore that aren't questing, which makes me really want to make a deck that does that. Next, we have Panic, the other half of Pain. 4-cost inkable card, 2/3, quest for 2, Startled Shriek. When you play this character, you may move up to 2 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character, so kind of like a mini bell. What the boss doesn't know won't hurt us much, I hope. It looks like he is cutting some maybe magical thread that they got from Arcasia, which is not great, and he has some sort of like crossbow contraption here. Next, we have Archimedes, Exceptional Owl. 2-cost inkable card, 2/2, quest for 1. His ability is More to Learn. Whenever an opponent chooses this character for an action or ability, you may draw a card. Arcasia's library was a treasure trove of knowledge, even for such an educated. Next, we have Ancient Ruler. I think he's from Atlantis. 3-cost inkable card for 3. Vanilla card, quest for 1, and his flavor text is, you presume much to think you are welcome here. Ooh, that is chilling. Please don't say that to me. Next, we have 1-cost inkable card, Dolores Madrigal, Within Earshot. 1/2, quest for 1. Her ability is I Hear You, which I think is a cute Mario thing was I See You. And I think those are what they say to each other at the end of the movie. And her ability is whenever one of your characters sings a song, chosen opponent reveals their hand. And her flavor text is, she heard Mariano's heart skip a beat. Was it because of the puzzle, or was he looking at her? Ooh, that's cute. That's crazy that she can hear like his heart skip a beat. Interesting. So there's some sort of puzzle going on for what seems like maybe the adults, and then an obstacle course for the puppies. Next, we have Mufasa, Amethyst Steel, Among the Stars. 7-cost inkable card, 5/7, shifts on 5, has Evasive, quest for 2, and has Resist +1. So can get rid of Maui Shark and survive. Let's see. Next, we have Magical Maneuvers, 2-cost inkable card featuring the fairies from Sleeping Beauty. Return chosen character of yours to your hand. Exert chosen character. And the flavor text says, oh, I'm sure it's fine if we move these traps around. Arcasia won't mind a little magic. That seems like a horrible decision, Flora. What are you doing? What are you doing, girl? Next is This Is My Family. 2-cost uninkable card is an action song. You gain 1 lore and draw a card. And here it says so many stars and everybody gets to shine. And it has the treble clef thing. So they are still using the treble clef thing. Why didn't they put on the other lyrics, though? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. And here, all the chairs are owl chairs. And the family tree in the background does feature Bruno, which in the movie sometimes it doesn't. Like, he's not there. All right. Next is 2-cost uninkable card action, Show Me More. Each player draws 3 cards, so like a mini Finders Keepers. And the flavor text is, Weave of Time, attend to me, reveal the moments soon to be. Has the queen, she sees Snow White in one, and then she sees a normal, definitely not blue-eyed, creepy robot, maybe Bambi's dad. Next, we have Restoring the Crown. 6-cost uninkable card is an action. It says, exert all opposing characters. Whenever one of your characters banishes another character in a challenge this turn, gain 2 lore. So more lore gain. So you have Jafar there. He's in the Illuminary, and he has restored the crown, the Hexwell crown that Ursula was trying to get. Then you have 3 cost uninkable item, Amethyst Coil, Magical Touch. During your turn, whenever a character is put into your inkwell, you may move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. It says, Shanzai's Coil flared, sending a tendril of mystical energy toward the damaged glimmer. I hope they release like a accessory set that has all the coils that you can wear, because I would totally wear this. It looks so cool. Like a shoulder jewelry piece. Oh, that'd be cool. All right. On to Emerald, we have Drizella, spoiled stepsister. She is maybe one of my favorite characters at Disney parks because she is ridiculous. A 4-cost inkable card, 4/4, quest for 1. Once again, Drizella was confronted with a simple truth. Life wasn't fair. I agree, Drizella. I agree. And then we have I don't know how to say his name. It seems like we're missing a vowel in there. 2-cost inkable card, 2/2, quest for 1. Has the ability Rapid Fire. Whenever this character quests, you pay 1 ink less for the next action you play this turn. And his flavor text is he loves 2 things, explosions and even more explosions. Next, he looks like he's on the bad side and he is attacking Arcasia. Which makes sense because he's a pirate, so he probably works for like Hook. Next, we have Baymax, low battery. Look at him, he's all deflated. 2-cost inkable card, 3/2, quest for 2, and has the ability, this player enters play exerted, which is a little scary because that means he can probably be taken out super easy. And his flavor text is processing data from Arcasia's thought scrolls. Okay, so we know what these are. These are Arcasia's thought scrolls. Is taking a great deal of power. Extreme battery saver protocol engaged. You guys didn't just keep him plugged in for this? It seems like he has to do a lot of computing. Maybe we should just leave him plugged in and charging. Okay, next we have Thomas O'Malley, Feline Charmer, 3-cost inkable card, 4/2. So similar stats to Gaston in Ruby, that is 4/2 but only costs 2. He costs more because he also has Ward. Quest for 1, and his flavor text is there's nothing he can't talk his way out of. Obviously, because he's a charmer. Next, we have Pete Pirate Scoundrel, 1/2, only costs 1, quest for 1, and his ability is Pilfer and Plunder. Whenever you play an action that isn't a song, you may banish chosen item. And his ability, his flavor text is, I wasn't stealing it, I was just keeping it safe. Next, we have Hiro Hamada, 3-cost inkable card, future champion, 3/3, quest for 1, and his ability is Origin Story. Whenever you play a Floodborn character on this card, draw a card. And his flavor text is, even with a mind as brilliant as his, the mixed ink was a unique puzzle to solve. So I'm thinking they're talking about these dual inks. It looks like he's got a little flask here of maybe Emerald and Sapphire. Next, we have Cheshire Cat, Perplexing Feline. I like how he's taken off the top part of his head and his eyebrows here. 5-cost inkable card, 4/3, quest for 2, has the ability Mad Grin. When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to chosen damaged character. So kind of building on that Emerald thing where they can like do stuff to already damaged characters. And his flavor text is, he's not your average cat after all. Then again, what cat is? Which is correct, and I think especially applicable to orange cats. They are insane. If you know, you know. I do not have an orange cat. I've just seen many orange cats. Next, we have Shere Khan, Infamous Tiger, 4-cost uninkable card, 4/4. Quest for 4, so as much as that one Isabella card, and has the ability, What a Pity. When you play this character, discard your hand. So a price to pay for being able to quest for so much. And his flavor text says, he'd be the first to tell you he's as magnificent as he is deadly. Okay, moving on. We have Basil, Secret Informer, 6-cost inkable card, 3/6, quest for 3. A lot of big questers this set. Draw them out. Whenever this character quests, opposing damage characters gain Reckless during their next turn. And his flavor text says, the final part of the crown, Jafar will be pleased. Basil, I mean, he is like being controlled because he's got those I've been charmed by the snake staff eyes. But Basil, come on, snap out of it, dude. Next, we have Mad Hatter, who is Christmas Colors, Ruby Emerald. 6-cost inkable card, 3/5, quest for 2, on birthday present. Whenever a damaged character challenges another character, you may draw a card, and his ability, his flavor text is, don't you care for tea? And it's definitely spraying, I'm guessing, the rabbit in the face with water right here. Next, we have Queen of Hearts in Christmas Colors. I think this person is the same one that did that Aurora card that is also like this kind of style of like very art less cartoony, like more arty. And she is a 5-cost uninkable card, 2/6, quest for 2, shifts on 3, and there are both, I think, Ruby and Emerald 2-cost Queen of Hearts to shift on 2. Her ability is, if I lose my temper, whenever another character is played, put a damage counter on them. So she damages people when they get played, which would pair well with all those green things where you can, green characters where you can do things to things that have damage on them. Next we have Hiro Hamada doing some, I don't know, parkour here, breakdancing. Looks like he's doing some sort of freeze. 7-cost inkable card, 4/6, shifts on 5, quest for 3, and his ability is you can be way more. Your Floodborn characters that have a card under them, aka you shifted them, gain evasive and ward. So it's as if you put them in Fang just by playing this guy. And Fang is another card that I really like and I always want to play, but it's just too slow. So maybe this is the answer. Next we have Yokai, 2-cost inkable card, 1/2, quest for 1, and has the ability Innovate. You pay 1 ink less to play characters using their shift ability. I did try a deck that had this in it. And he has what looks like blueprints for different Baymaxes, as well as the Arcasia scrolls. Next we have Donald Duck, Lively Pirate, 2-cost uninkable card, 1/1, quest for 2. Duck of Action. Whenever this duck is challenged, whenever this character is challenged, you may return an action card that isn't a song card from your discard to your hand. And his flavor text is, aye aye, Captain, I'll get it done. Next we have Burlois. Cost inkable card, 2/5, so pretty big willpower on a little kitty cat, and quest for 1, and has the flavor text, look what I found, can we stay here and play? It looks like he is tearing up those scrolls, and this scroll looks much smaller than the other scrolls, so maybe they change sizes or are different sizes, I don't know. And then we have Lady Elegant Spaniel, 1-cost uninkable card, 1/2, quest for 1, has the ability A Dog's Life. While you have a character named Tramp in play, this character gets +1 lore. And her flavor text is, are you sure we're allowed in here? Jim Deere would never allow me in the kitchen. Next we have Yzma, Exasperated Schemer, looking at 2 levers, and which lever is the correct lever? 2-cost inkable card, 2/2, quest for 1, and her ability is How Shall I Do It? When you play this character, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. And her flavor text is, one of these must be the right lever, but I'll be a lamazant if I can figure out which one. Next we have Pacha, Truckmate, 3-cost inkable card, 3/2, quest for 1, has the ability Full Pack. While you have more cards in your hand than each opponent, this character gets +2 lore. He's got his pack is like a cornucopia of stuff. His flavor text is, he liked to prepare for any emergency. They happened frequently with Cusco around. This would also save him the trip to that diner if he would just carry all the food with him. Next we have Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Ooh, I haven't seen this card at all. I didn't even know they made a Tweedledee Tweedledum card, so this is exciting for me. Truly a surprise. Christmas colors. 4, costs 5, but is inkable, quest for 2, has the ability Another Recitation. Whenever this character quests, you may return chosen damaged character to their player's hand. And their flavor text is, you can't leave yet. Don't you want to hear the ending? Tweedledee. Next we have Baymax, Giant Robot, 6-cost uninkable card, 5/5, quest for 2, and has Universal Shift. So this is a new mechanic. You can shift them onto anything, which makes them hard to play. You just have to get rid of their whole board, or else they'll shift this guy. And I do like that you can see a tiny little Baymax here inside of the giant, Baymax Hulk armor, essentially. And his ability is Functionality Improved. When you play this character, if you use Shift to play him, remove all damage from him. So normally if you would shift a character and that character has damage, you would get damage, right? It would transfer to this new shifted character, but in this case, you can remove all that damage. Next, you have Gizmo Duck, Suited Up, 4-cost inkable card for 3 in green steel, has resist +1, quest for 1, and has the ability Blathering Blatherskite. Blatherskite? This character can challenge ready damaged characters. So I think steel gives the ability to challenge ready characters, and emerald gives the damaged part. Next, we have Fidget, 4-cost inkable card in Christmas, 2/3, quest for 2, has evasive, and also has I took care of everything. Whenever this character quests, another chosen character of yours gains evasive until the start of your next turn. Next we have Mr. Smee, Efficient Captain. 3 cost, uninkable card, 3/3. Quest for 1, has the ability Pipe Up the Crew. Whenever you play an action that isn't a song, you may ready chosen pirate character. And there are a lot of pirate characters in Steel. And has the flavor text. All right, now, crew, we've got a lot to do today. Look at him looking all professional, but still wearing a crop top. Next, we have Daisy Duck, multi-talented pirate. 8 cost, uninkable card, so kind of expensive. 6/5, quest for 3, has the ability Foul Play. I like that it's this foul, aka the duck foul, not the FOUL foul. Once during your turn, whenever a character is put into your inkwell, chosen opponent chooses one of their characters and returns that card to their hand. So essentially you bounce one of their characters, but they get to choose. And her flavor text is, a captain must be inventive, commanding, and unafraid of trampolines. So is Daisy also on this obstacle course that everyone is bouncing around on? Next we have John Silver, 8 cost inkable card, Vengeful Pirate. 6/4, quest for 2, has 2 abilities and resist +1. So first ability, drawn to a fight. If an opposing character was damaged this turn, you pay 2 ink less to play this character. And also, I Ain't Gone Soft. Whenever you play an action that isn't a song, you may deal 1 damage to chosen character. So many, I feel like this, you could combo to so many things, but it's a lot of cards you would need to combo. Next we have Tramp, Enterprising Dog, 2 cost inkable card, 1/3. Quest for 1, has 2 abilities. 1 is Hey Pidge. If you have a character named Lady in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this character, so you could play this character for 1. And also No Time for Wisecracks. When you play this character, chosen character of yours gets +1 strength this turn for each other character you have in play. So definitely fits into that yellow-green aggro, play lots of characters deck. Next we have King of Hearts, Picky Ruler, 4 cost, uninkable card, 3/3, quest for 2, has the ability Objectionable State, damage characters can't challenge your character. So that's an ability that Ed has, the hyena, where damage characters can't challenge him, and this King of Hearts gives it to everybody. And his flavor text says, you there, you can't be here in the state you're in, begone before the queen sees this mess. And you see these footprints, these dirty footprints, who do they belong to? Next we have Duchess, Elegant Feline, 2 cost inkable card, 3/2, quest for 1, has the flavor text, now darlings, pay close attention to where we are. What can you learn about the owl from the house? Interesting, what does she know? All right, now we have Anastasia, Gisella's sister, 3 cost inkable card, 3/1, quest for 2, and her ability is, oh, I hate this. Whenever this character is challenged, the challenging player chooses and discards a card. And her flavor text says, out of my way, I'm going to be the first to finish. So I think she's also on the obstacle course. I don't know how good this card is. I feel like it's kind of like Fred from last set, where Fred was like, if when challenged, you gain 2 lore, but nobody would ever challenge Fred. They would just get rid of him some other way. And I feel like this Anastasia is the same. Although she's a little bit stronger into Ruby decks, since she has 3 strength. Next we have Pete, Space Pirate, 6 cost inkable card, 5/5, quest for 2, has shift 4, has the ability Frightful Scheme. While this character is exerted, opposing characters can't exert to sing songs. So has the ability kind of a little bit similar to Pete Games Referee, except they could still hardcast songs, and they could obviously still play actions, but they can't sing. So kind of defeats the advantage gained by having singers in your deck, like in Amber. And your pirate characters also gain resist +1. So this protects Mr. Smee, the 2 cost, from getting damaged at the end of every turn. And if you have multiple Petes, all of your stuff has a bazillion resist. Next we have Lady Tremaine, Bitterly Jealous. 3/3, quest for 2, has the ability That's Quite Enough. You can exert her and return chosen damage character to their player's hand. Then each opponent discards a card at random. Then we have Wake Up Alice, which is an action, 1 ink cost. And it says, return chosen damage character to their player's hand. And has the flavor text, Alice, will you kindly pay attention and recite your lesson? From Alice's sister. And we have like a card soldier. We have the Queen, White Rabbit, another card soldier, Mad Hatter, and a teacup. because Alice is dreaming because she's probably on drugs. Next we have He's a Tramp, which is a song, 1 cost, inkable, and chosen character gets +1 strength this turn for each character you have in play, and has the flavor text, wish that I could travel his way. Now we have The Return of Hercules, 5 cost inkable card is an action. Each player may reveal a character card from their hand and play it for free. A little scary because what if your opponent has crazy strong characters? But also, what if your opponent doesn't have any characters and you do? And has the flavor text, congratulations Wonder Boy, you'll make one heck of a god, from Megara. Then we have 3 cost uninkable card is an action. And each player exerts all the cards in their inkwell. Then each player with more than 3 cards in their inkwell returns cards at random from their inkwell to their hand until they have 3 cards in their inkwell. So like a Prince John mirror for their inkwell. So pretty good, I think, against like control decks where they need lots of ink to do stuff. Like say you're like, oh, my characters are in danger because they're at 6 ink and they can play Be Prepared next turn. You play this and they are all of a sudden back at 3 ink and they gotta re-ramp up. I did try a deck with this card in it. I just never saw this card. Next we have Emerald Coil, 3 cost uninkable card. It's an item, has the ability Shimmering Wings. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, chosen character gains evasive until the start of your next turn. And the flavor text is the coil Martin wore lifted his spirits as well as his body. So now we've seen like a forearm coil in amber, a shoulder coil in amethyst, and a calf coil in emerald. And on to Ruby. So we are halfway. Oh my gosh, there's so many cards. Grandmother Fa, Spirited Elder, 2 cost inkable card, 1/1, quest for 2. I've got all the luck we'll need. Whenever this character quests, you may give chosen character of yours +2 strength this turn. And her ability, or her flavor text says, fear will get you hurt, luck will get you through. And it looks like she is walking through some swinging blades, very reminiscent of the obstacle course that Hercules has to go through when he's training with Phil. Eyes closed, cricket in hand. Next we have Queen of Hearts, 2 cost inkable card, 1/4, quest for 1, has the ability Royal Pain. When this character has damage, she gets +3 strength. And the flavor text is something told the Illuminator she'd had enough of the obstacles. Okay, so she is over the obstacle course. The Matchmaker, 4 cost inkable card, 4/3, quest for 1, has the ability You're a Disgrace. Whenever this character challenges another character, each opponent loses 1 lore. And her flavor text is Who Spit in Her Bean Curd, said by Grandmother Fa. I wonder if next set we'll get a version of the Matchmaker with the goatee. I don't know. Okay, next we have Denahi, 3 cost inkable card, 3/2, has Reckless and Resist +2. Unfortunately, doesn't have Rush, which is my favorite red ability, and has the flavor text, there is no time, we have to act now. Next we have a Stabbington brother. There's 2 of them in the movie. This is from Tangled. 4 cost inkable card, 3/4, quest for 1, has Rush, which I love, and has the ability Get 'em. Your other characters named Stabbington brother gain Rush. We'll see if there are any more. Next we have Belle, 9 cost inkable card in Ruby Sapphire. 7/7, quest for 3, shifts on 7. She has so many abilities that they don't even write the like reminder text for shift because there's no room. She has the ability Salvage. For each item in your discard, you pay 1 ink less to play this character using her shift ability. And also Repurpose. Whenever this character quests, you may put up to 3 item cards from your discard on the bottom of your deck to gain 1 lore for each item card moved this way. So it does prevent you from getting those items back with like Tamatoa, but maybe you don't need it because you'll get the lore. And then we have Cybug, 2 cost inkable card. This is from Wreck-It Ralph. 1/2, quest for 1, has the ability Hive Mind. This character gets +1 strength for each other character you have in play. The Cybugs are like a virus. They don't know they're in a game. Said by Calhoun. Next, we do have another Stabbington brother. So there's Stabbington brother without a patch, I guess, and Stabbington brother with a patch. 5 cost inkable card, 4/4, quest for 1, has the ability Crime of Opportunity. When you play this character, chosen opponent loses 1 lore. And I love all the cards that make opponents lose lore, and I do want to make a deck like that. We'll see. His ability is Silence is Golden, and he loves gold, or his flavor text, I should say. And it looks like he is breaking into Arcasia. Next, we have a card Soldier, Royal Troops. 1 cost, inkable card 1, 2, quest for 1, has the ability Take Point. When a damaged character is in play, this character gets +2 strength, so it becomes 3/2. Flavor text is, the 3 of Hearts raised his spear and whispered to himself, while others fall, a Queen Soldier stands tall. I wonder if they're going to eventually make card Soldiers and it'll be like all the numbers of the deck. That'd be a lot. Next, we have Cogsworth, Climbing Clock. 3 cost, inkable card 3/3, quest for 1, has the ability Still Useful. While you have an item card in your discard, this character gets +2, and has the flavor text Top Shelf. If it's a book the mademoiselle wants, I will find a way to get it for her. Next, we have Toby, Dogged Companion. 1 cost, uninkable card 3/1, quest for 1. Toby has the most splendid sense of smell of any hound I've trained, but he can be deucedly frisky. Interesting words said by Basil. Next, we have Beagle Boys, Small Time Crooks. I like that this one is just a cannonball in his hand. 4 cost, inkable card 3/3, quest for 2, has the ability Hurry It Up. Whenever this character quests, chosen character of yours gains Rush and Resist +1 this turn. That's interesting because I guess Resist does exist in blue with like Cogsworth and stuff, and Rush is for red. Next, we have Li Shang, newly promoted. 3 cost, uninkable card 2/3, has 2 abilities, and he quests for 1. I Won't Let You Down. This character can challenge ready characters. That's kind of cool. And Enormous Responsibility. While this character has damage, he gets +2 strength. So he becomes a 4/3. Next, we have 4 inkable Moana, Island Explorer, 4/3. She has Evasive. She also has Adventurous Spirit. Whenever this character challenges another character, another chosen character of yours gets +3 strength this turn. I feel like these things are so long that you have to really sequence your moves correctly to utilize all of these abilities to their full potential. And she quests for 1. Next, we have the Phantom Blot, Shadowy Figure, 3/1, 2 cost, uninkable card, quest for 1, has Rush. Nobody knows who or what he really is or what he's planning, but he does look creepy. Next, we have Beast, Frustrated Designer. Look at him trying to be an inventor, trying to impress Belle, probably. 6 cost, uninkable card, 5/5, quest for 2, and his ability is I've Had It, which just reminds me of Detox, because that's something Detox always has. You can exert, pay 2 ink, banish 2 of your items, deal 5 damage to chosen character. And his flavor text says, no, this is not the way I see it in my head. You can see him getting very frustrated. Next is Mushu, Majestic Dragon, 4/4, 5 cost, inkable card in Ruby Steel, quest for 1. He has 2 abilities. One is Intimidating and Awe-Inspiring. Whenever one of your character challenges, they gain Resist +2 during that challenge. It also has Guardians of Lost Souls. During your turn, whenever one of your characters banishes another character in a challenge, gain 2 lore. So pretty much gives everybody like Calhoun / Robin Hood's ability. Also, that Resist 2 really is pretty good. I have tried him out in several Ruby Steel decks, and if you can get multiple Mushus, your character can pretty much challenge everybody for free. Next, we have Maurice, 4 cost, inkable card, 5/2. That's a lot of strength, Maurice. I didn't think you had that in you. He quests for 1 and has the ability, How on Earth Did That Happen? When you play this character, you may banish chosen item of yours to draw a card. If the banished item is Maurice's machine, you may also banish chosen character with 2 strength or less. Yeah, and then we have Goofy, Extreme Athlete, 7 cost, inkable card, 7/6. It looks like Goofy is being attacked by a golden robot bird. He's evasive. He quests for 1, has the ability Star Power. Whenever this character challenges another character, your other characters get +1 lore this turn. Then we have Wild Tiberius Warwick, 8 cost, inkable card, quests for 3, and is 6/4. Has the ability Explosive. Once during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, deal 2 damage to each character in play. So he kind of has like a grab your swords built into him. I was thinking, what if you play red, green, and you play that Hades Double Dealer, and then you could exert that Hades and basically play on instead of, so you play the like 3 cost Wild Tiberius Warwick, the 2/4, that gives the ability like whenever one of your characters is banished, your opponent loses the lore, and then you do Hades Double Dealer and you play this on like turn, it would have to be like turn 5, but still earlier than turn 8, and his flavor text is, he got what he wanted, just not the way he planned. Next we have Mulan, Imperial General. I like this guy doing a little arabesque in the back, a little passe. 7-cost inkable card, 5/6, quest for 2, shifts on 5, has evasive, also has the ability Exceptional Ruler. Whenever this character challenges another character, your other characters gain. This character can challenge ready characters this turn. So everybody can start challenging ready characters. And then we have Baloo, Ol Iron Paws, 6-cost uninkable card, 5/4, quest for 2. Your characters with 7 strength or more can't be dealt damage. That's crazy. Now move, that's it. Now give me a big bear growl, scare me. This is flavor text, and he's got these little butterflies. Next we have Ratigan, Nefarious Criminal, 4-cost inkable card, 3/3, has the ability A Marvelous Performance. Whenever you play an action while this character is exerted, gain 1 lore. So similar ability to Maui Shark. Why stop the show when you can simply steal it? And we have Sir Kay, Unruly Knight, 2/2, quest for 2, cost 2, vanilla card. His flavor text is an owl in charge. Pshaw, everybody says pshaw, I guess, in this universe. He glared at the others, then his eye fell on the target set up nearby, and he brightened. But as long as I still get to joust. He reminds me of Brahm from Swan Princess, which is not a Disney thing, but he does look like Brahm. Next, Milo Thatch, Undaunted Scholar, 2/2, cost 2, quest for 1, has the ability I'm Your Guy. Whenever you play an action, you may give chosen character +2 strength this turn. And his flavor text is, okay, we rotated the globe to move the mural into position. We have the coordinates. Let's go. Ooh, like Map of Treasure Island? Reference, maybe? Okay. Next, we have Edgar Balthazar, Ambitious Butler, 6/5, 5 cost, inkable, quest for 1, vanilla card, has the flavor text. All these traps, all these locks, all these machines. If they think they're going to stop me, they've sorely underestimated Edgar Balthazar. And then we've got a 3-cost uninkable action. We've got Company. Ready all your characters. They gain Reckless this turn. So probably just quest with everybody and then use this to ready them, and then they just attack. And has the flavor text, well, as usual, diplomacy has failed us, said by Lyle Tiberius Rourke. We have an action Out of Order, 7-cost inkable, banish chosen character. I'm not sure how this is any better than Dragonfire, and it's more expensive. And the flavor text is the last thing any gamer wants to see. Next we have the Ruby Coil, which is, I guess, around the elbow-ish area on Venturo. Venturo is his name. So Martin, Shanzai, and Venturo. Crimson Spark. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkball, chosen character gets +2 strength this turn. Venturo felt a spark from his arm coil, and energy flooded his strained muscles. He definitely gives me Chad vibes from Bleach, especially with the arm thing. Yeah. Next, we have Unconventional Tool, 1 cost, inkable item, fixed in no time. When this item is banished, you pay 2 ink less for the next item you play this turn. And flavor text is, I use this one a lot more than you'd think, from Maurice. I don't know how you would use this tool. There seems to be a lot of doodads. There's like a tiny little hammer here attached to this thing. That's, I don't know. Next, we have Maurice's Machine, 3-cost inkable item. Has the ability Break Down. When this item is banished, you may return an item card with cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand. And the flavor text is, I hope it does what I built it to do. Next, we have Devil's Eye Diamond. 2-cost inkable item, the price of power. Exert. If one of your characters was damaged this turn, gain 1 lore. And the ability, or the flavor text says, just look at it, filled with the power for its owner, by Madame Medusa. And then into Sapphire cards, we have Clara Bell, 4-cost inkable card, 3/3, quest for 2, has support, and your other characters with support get +1 strength. So kind of like a Lumiere, I guess, for the support characters. Next, we have Scrooge McDuck, Resourceful Miser, 4-cost inkable card, 4/4, quest for 1, has 2 abilities, put it to good use. You may exert 4 items of yours to play this character for free. And Fortune Hunter, when you play this character, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal an item card and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So kind of like the same ability as Scuttle, but you do it on 4 instead of on 2. Next, we have Matthias, 2-cost inkable card, 3/2, Arendelle General, so from Frozen. Proud to serve, your queen characters gain ward, and he quests for 1, and his flavor text is, you must move quickly before the trap resets. Go! I just want a story about what's happening. This is the Moana card that came as a promo at IMAX theaters this past year. 3-cost inkable card 1, 6 quests for 1. Flavor text says, Moana receives a call from the ancestors to sail to new skies and reconnect people across the entire ocean. We have Monsieur Dark, 1-cost inkable card 1, 2. Despicable Proprietor, quest for 1, has the ability I've come to collect. Whenever this character quests, you may banish chosen item of yours to draw a card. Has the flavor text, I can help you with a problem for the right price. I don't like him. Although the ability I've come to collect just reminds me of Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Next we have Gaetan Moliere, the Mole, 3-cost inkable card 3, 4, quest for 1. Has the flavor text fascinating. This shouldn't exist, yet it does. It may be older than the great Illuminary itself. What is he talking about? He's holding like what looks like a ninja star? That's what I would describe it as. All right, Belle. This card is being talked about so much. 3-cost inkable card 3, 3, quest for 1. Has the ability What a Mess. During your turn, you may banish chosen item of yours and play this character for free. So you could play her on 1 if you banish like a popsicle or a Fortisphere or something like that. So by turn 2, you have a 3-cost singer, essentially. So kind of like if you played a Cinderella, but she doesn't die to let the storm rage on because she's a 3, 3. So very powerful card. Her flavor text is helping her dad keep the flying debris to a minimum. She looks like she's got the unconventional tool in her hand here. And there's gears flying. Next, we have Lucky, Runt of the Litter, 3-cost uninkable card 1, 3, quest for 2. Has the ability Follow My Voice. Whenever this character quests, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of puppy character cards and put them in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So definitely in that yellow, blue puppy Pongo deck. We have Dawson, Puzzling Sleuth, 1-cost uninkable card 1, 2, quest for 1. Has the ability Be Sensible. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it in either the top or bottom of your deck. So I was going to say develop your brain, but you get to put that card in your hand. So not that great. Maybe like Ursula's Cauldron for blue. And his flavor text is, I say, what sort of contraption is this? And I kind of want a story, I guess a fan fiction where all the detectives get together, maybe all the inventors from all the different franchises. Would be cute. Okay, here is another card that has been talked about a lot. 6-cost inkable card Tamatoa, Happy as a Clam, 4, 5, quest for 2. Has 2 abilities. Coolest Collection. When you play this character, return up to 2 item cards from your discard to your hand. So you get to return more to your hand than the big Tamatoa. Also has the ability I'm Beautiful, baby. Whenever this character quests, you may play an item for free. So he only gets to recur cards once, so only cards come back to your hand once, versus the big Tamatoa where they get to come back every time he quests as well as when you play him. But you get to play an item for free, so you could play a dime for free when he quests, and then you could just dime him. That's kind of powerful. Next we have Hey Hey, Expanded Consciousness, 5-cost inkable card, 1, 5, quest for 2, shifts on 3, has resist +1, also has the ability Clear Your Mind. When you play this character, put all cards from your hand into your inkwell face down and exerted. So you could like Whole New World and then play this and then ink 6 cards. That is crazy. Okay, next. Kita, 4-cost inkable card, 3, 3, quest for 1, has Ward, also has Key to the Puzzle. Exert, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one in your inkwell face down and exerted and the other on the top of your deck. So like almost a How Far I'll Go built in. We have Toulouse, Artistic Kitten. Look at his little paw print. It's so cute. 1-cost inkable card 1, 3, vanilla card, quest for 1, has the flavor text. He squeezed more paint from the tube and wiggled in delight. Arcasia was fun, even if she was a giant owl. She had so many new colors to paint with. We have Marie, Favorite Kitten. 2-cost inkable card 1, 2, quest for 2. She has the ability I'll show you. Whenever this character quests, you may give chosen character -2 strength this turn. And her ability is for flavor text is find yourself another Lumineer. This one's taken. Who is she being held by? I don't know. Can't tell because they're wearing gloves. But I don't think it's any of the Illumineers. Next, we have Pepper, Quick Thinking Puppy, 3-cost inkable card, 2, 2, quest for 1, has the ability In the Nick of Time. Whenever one of your puppy characters is banished, you may put that card in your inkwell face down and exerted. So similar to that Grandma Tala, that's like a 1/1, 2-cost, I think, from set 1 or set 2, and has the flavor text Pepper proves every puppy is part of the pack. Wow, That sounds like a tongue twister. Next we have Freckles Good Boy. 2 cost, inkable card, yeah, 2/2, quest for 1, has the ability Just So Cute. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gets -1 strength this turn. Has the flavor text, I want to play with the others. Can I, Dad? Please? All the little puppies. We have Honey Lemon, Chemistry Whiz. 2 cost inkable card, 2/2, quest for 1, has the ability Pretty Great, huh? Whenever you play a Floodborn character, if you use shift to play them, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. So little healy stuff in Sapphire. Next we have Robin Hood, Eye for Detail. We don't get a lot of blue Robin Hoods. 3 cost inkable card, 3/3, quest for 1, has support. And flavor text is, there's been a heap of legends and tall tales about Robin Hood, all different too, said by Alan Adale. Next we have Penny the Orphan, Clever Child. 2 cost inkable card, 2/1, quest for 2. Our bottle worked. While you have a hero character in play, this character gains ward and has the flavor text, Penny dear, now don't cry, we are here to help you, said by Miss Bianca. So she's from the Rescuers, not to be confused with the Penny that's from Bolt. Why do they keep naming the characters the same thing? And they look kind of similar. Anyways, next we have Lady Cluck, Protective Confidant. 2/7, quest for 1, has bodyguard and also has ward. So she might not have as big of a butt as Chenpo, but she has ward. Next we have Jasmine, Inspired Researcher. 5 cost, uninkable card, 3/5, quest for 2, has the ability Extra Assistance. Whenever this character quests, if you have no cards in your hand, draw a card for each ally character you have in play. So one of the first cards we have that deal with the ally classification. And her flavor text is, oh, this is wonderful. I knew Arcasia's thought scrolls would be worth a little extra effort. Oh, so apparently everybody can read these Louis Vuitton scrolls. Next we have Jebediah Farnsworth. 4 cost inkable card, 3/3, quest for 1, has support, also has I've got your basic food groups. When you play this character, chosen character gains resist +1 until the start of your next turn. Next we have Baymax, Upgraded Robot. 5 cost inkable card, 3/5, quest for 1, has support, and has Advanced Scanner. When you play this character, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Floodborn character card and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So kind of similar to like Scuttle for items, or Scrooge McDuck for items, or Ariel for songs. Next we have Maid Marian, Badminton Ace. Her badminton is a hexagon, like the non-inkables logo. Cost inkable card, 3/3, quest for 2, has 2 abilities. 1 is Good Shot. During an opponent's turn, whenever one of your ally characters is damaged, deal 1 damage to chosen opposing character. Also has Fair Play. Your character's name, Lady Cluck, gain resist +1. So just that one, I think, that's the only Lady Cluck we have. So she would essentially have bodyguard, ward, and resist +1 if you had a Maid Marian in play. Now we have Action. Water has memory. 1 cost uninkable card. Look at the top 4 cards of chosen player's deck. Put 1 on the top of their deck and the rest on the bottom of their deck in any order. So you could potentially hide like their Be Prepared or their friends or something else that they would need. Next we have All Is Found. 5 cost inkable card, is an action and a song. Put up to 2 cards from your discard into your inkwell, face down and exerted. So kind of like a ramp in the style of Great Stone Dragon. And the flavor text is, where the north wind meets the sea, there's a river. I'm developing it up in accent. Where the north wind meets the sea, there's a river full of memory. Next is Sapphire Coil. This is a card we've talked a lot about within our own team, just because it's very interesting. So 2 cost inkable card, has the ability Brilliant Shine, and it's like it looks like it should be over the kneecap, but it's below the kneecap. It's on the shin. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may give chosen character -2 strength this turn, which I think maybe renders ice blocks not necessary. And the flavor text says, a single flash of light from the coil on Venturo's leg could blind any foe. So Venturo supposedly has this sapphire coil on his shin, and then he's got that ruby one on his arm, although not in this picture. Next we have Baymax's Charging Station, which is an item, 3 cost, Energy Converter. When you play a Floodborn character, if you use shift to play them, you may draw a card. And flavor text is battery at 100% ready for action, said by Hero. We have Dr. Calico, 4 cost inkable card, Green-Eyed Man. His eyes look like a cat. I also thought that this line was his mouth at first, not this top line. He looks somehow lizard. 3/4. Quest for 1. Has the ability You're Beginning to Irk Me. While this character has no damage, he gains resist +2. And his flavor text is Everything is positioning nicely. Then we have Akela, Wolfpack Elder, 2-cost inkable card, 3/2, quest for 1. Has the flavor text A wise leader does not shy away from difficult decisions when the safety of the pack is at stake. Now we have Helga Sinclair, 2-cost, uninkable card, 0/4, but has Challenger +3, quest for 1. Quick Reflexes. During your turn, this character gains a base. And then we have Bolt, Headstrong Dog, 2-cost inkable card, 1/3, quest for 1. There's no turning back. Whenever this character quests, if he has no damage, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card, which I think pairs well with that Sheriff of Nottingham. Looks like we're going to do this the hard way. Next we have Hey Hey, Rumbling Rooster, 1-cost inkable card, 2/2, quest for 1, and is a vanilla card. Has the flavor text, Arcasiat, why is he wearing a coconut? Shanzei, it's probably better not to ask. And with Hey Hey, agreed. Next we have Raya, Guidance Seeker, 3-cost inkable card, 1/4, quest for 2. Has the ability A Greater Purpose. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, this character gains resist +1 until the start of your next turn. Then we have Tuk Tuk, Disarmingly Cute, which he is. 2-cost uninkable card, 0/1, quest for 1. Has Bodyguard and also has resist +2, so essentially he's like a 0/3. Next we have Fazo, War Hero, 3-cost inkable card, 2/3, quest for 1. In the background you can see Chenpo and Yao, Mulan, and Ling. Has the ability Training Exercises. Whenever one of your character challenges another character, if it's the second challenge this turn, gain 3 lore. I feel like Red Steel could really do like a challenge, like a high strength, high challenge deck with like the Li Shang and Snuggly Duckling and Thebes and Wait Set. Every trap you disarm, every test you pass honors us all. Well done. Wow, affirmative words from Fazo. Not just like, I'm disappointed. Next we have Razul, Menacing Guard, 2 ink cost, 1/3, quest for 1. Has the ability My Orders Come from Jafar. When you play this character, if you have a character named Jafar in play, you may banish chosen item. And his flavor text is Mere trinkets won't get you any closer to Jafar. And then we have Jafar, Aspiring Ruler. It looks like he is reattaching the broken Hexball crown in this art. 3-cost inkable card, 3/2. For some reason the colors of this really give me like 90s vibes, like 90s neon stuff. I don't know why. Quest for 2. Has the ability That's Better. When you play this character, chosen character gets Challenger +2 this turn. His flavor text is At last, both halves of the crown belong to me. Then we have TikTok, Relentless Crocodile, 5-cost inkable card, 5/6, quest for 1. Has the ability Looking for Lunch. During your turn, this character gains Evasive while a pirate character is in play. And flavor text is I say, Captain, do you hear something? Peter Pan. He's probably just mocking Hook. Hearing a little TikTok. 4-cost inkable card, we have Kakamora. Band of Pirates, 1/6, quest for 1. Has the ability Showboating. While you have another pirate character in play, this character gains Challenger +3, so it becomes like a 4/6, which is pretty big. And the flavor text is They're kind of cute, said by Moana. We have Mulan, Disguised Soldier, 1-cost inkable card. You think they'd call her Ping. 2/1, quest for 1. Has the flavor ability Where Do I Sign In? When you play a character, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card, so similar to Simba. And flavor text is, okay, this is it. Time to show him your man walk, says Mushu. Next we have Orville, Albatross Air, 3-cost inkable card, 4/3, quest for 1. Has the ability Welcome Aboard, folks. During your turn, while you have a character named Miss Bianca or Bernard in play, this character gains Evasive. They can challenge characters with Evasive. I think Bianca and Bernard are both in Amber. And has the flavor text, Doesn't he fly beautifully, said by Miss Bianca. I don't think there's enough like Miss Bianca, that whole franchise, to really make a deck yet. 6-cost uninkable card, Miss Bianca, Unwavering Agent. She looks so fabulous with her beret and her scarf. 5/5, quest for 1. Have a Little Faith. If you have an ally character in play, you pay 2 ink less to play this character. Has the flavor text, We'll reach to the top of this tower in no time if we work together, darling. We have Mufasa, 4-cost inkable card. He looks like he is telling Simba off right there. 4/4, vanilla card, quest for 1. Has the ability, or has the flavor text, Do you see this pillar? Even after it has fallen, it can still serve a purpose. Next, we have Aladdin, 4-cost uninkable card, 2/4 research assistant, 2 costs or quest for 2. Has the ability Helping Hand. Whenever this character quests, you may play an ally character with cost 3 or less for free and put in the effort. While this character is exerted, your ally characters get +1 strength. So definitely an ally deck. Next, we have Bagheera. I have had people talk about this card. It is a 5-cost inkable card, 4/3, quest for 2. Is bodyguard, and also has the ability You've Got to Be Brave. During an opponent's turn, when this character is banished, deal 2 damage to each opposing character. So basically, when this character is banished, you get a free Grab Your Swords. Next, we have Gontu, another hot card. 4-cost uninkable card, 2/4, quest for 1. Has Close All Channels. When you play this character, characters can't exert to sing songs until the start of your next turn. So that is both your characters and your opponent's characters. Nobody can sing. Nobody can exert to sing. Don't get any ideas. Each player pays 2 ink more to play actions or items. So it makes things very expensive. Your popsicles now cost 3 ink. It's a hefty price for a popsicle. Now we have Mickey Mouse, Inspirational Warrior, 2-cost uninkable card. His little night boots kind of look like loafers. 1/1, quest for 1, has the ability Stirring Spirit. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may play a character for free. This reminds me of that Mickey Mouse Trumpeter card that lets you play a character for free, I think when you exert him, where they're like very, very weak, very easy to get rid of. But lets you play a character for free. So you got to be able to like play this and immediately somehow protect him. Like give him ward, make him evasive, I don't know, make him unchallengeable, and have ward. Otherwise, he's not going to survive. And his flavor text is He leads the way with a steadfast heart. And then we have Actions and Steel. So 5-cost uninkable card, Restoring Atlantis. Your characters can't be challenged until the start of your next turn. So this would be a good way to protect that Mickey Mouse. And the flavor text is In times of danger, the crystal will choose a host, one of royal blood, to protect itself and its people. And in the movie, it chooses Kida. Double Trouble. 2-cost inkable card. It's an action. Deal 1 damage each to up to 2 chosen characters. And Double Trouble always reminds me of the poem Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burned, cauldron bubble. I'm surprised I remember that much of that poem. I did memorize that poem in like 5th grade, but it's in there. And the flavor text is, We've had enough of your shenanigans. Take that. And it's Merryweather and Flora. I have a coworker who looks very similar to Merryweather. Next, we have 2-cost uninkable card, Steel Coil on Shanzai. A little forearm band. Has the ability Metallic Flow. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your ink well, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. As the coil clicked onto Shanzai's arm, she felt a strengthened sense of clarity. Next, we have Trading Staff, 2-cost inkable card. It's an item, Precision Strike. So exert the item, pay 1 ink, chosen character gets +2 challenger this turn. And the flavor text is Do not sit idle while others quest for glory, from Li Shang. And then we have all the enchanted cards. So we've got the Glass Slipper. I do like the art on this. I think it looks very cool and painty. Like the backgrounds look very watercolor paint-esque. So we have one for the Glass Slipper. We have one for Donald Duck. I like this. I like the look of all the cards. I think they look a little bit like Shimmering Skies, where they're in that they're very like bright, but the art style I think is different. It's like more like this one I feel like is very sketchy. And then this one is like another one that's like, I don't know, oil painty style, maybe acrylic paint. So this is Show Me More. And then we have Return of Hercules. I think they just look more art forward, less cartoon, you know? We have Ratigan as a enchanted. We have this Devil's Eye diamond. And like the back is like stained glass with Arcasia, the owl, but also kind of reminds me of Belle, even though technically this is like Madame Medusa. We have Tamatoa, Happy as a Clam as an enchanted, Restoring Atlantis, and then that is it. I feel like 1, 2, 3. I feel like there are more enchanteds that are maybe not yet uploaded onto the Dreamborn website. But that is all the cards. It took us, 102 minutes? Maybe it'll be less once I remove all my ums and all the like gaps, but I think the main ideas I have are definitely something Sapphire would be interesting, and then I of course want to try out that puppy deck. So that is it. Let me know what you guys are planning for your decks. Are you as overwhelmed as I am by all the cards and how fast they release them? Because I am overwhelmed. And that is it for me. Bye.